Step into the stream where the grind never quits. Struggle streamer is you, stacking up tips. Mic check, lights up, we build up our fits. Together we rise, no more solo scripts. Started from a blank screen, zero on the board. Hustling through the night for the audience reward. Courses on the daily, coaching every move. From branding to the gameplay, we teach you how to prove. When views are down low and the chat's asleep, we bring the any back, turn the loss into elite. Link up on Discord, find your squad in the zone. Elevate your stream with your confidence, grow strong. Every tip's a lifeline, every lecture's a guide. In the lab we grind hard, got your back on this ride. Showcase new faces, spotlight on the rookies. Building up the network, passing knowledge like cookies. We at Struggle Stream is you, where the lost find a crew. Level up your game, let the whole world view. Tips on deck, we connect. Your success we project. From zero to the top, no more shades of regret. Stream forever, never sever, we stay clever. Guide you through the storm, make your channel better.
Type shit. I'm doing Unc shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm doing Unc shit. Type shit. Activity. I'm doing Unc shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm doing Unc shit. Type shit. Activity.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up, nieces and nephews? It's your boy Unc B streaming, your favorite Unc that ain't no punk. In the house tonight on this fine Sunday night. Hope everybody's having a great day, an outstanding day. I am trying new software today, so if something don't sound right, something sound off, please let me know, and I will rectify it immediately. What's up, 18th letter? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Got a, I think, entertaining show planned for you guys tonight. We shall see. Let me get a little motivational music going real quick. Like I said, I'm trying this new software, so we're gonna see what it do. If it does what it does. Let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know if the music's too loud in the background. Hopefully it is not. Yep. That's what podcasts do, man. That's what you got to do when you stream. Be streaming. It ain't no streaming if it ain't no yapping. So, man, check it out. First of all, Sunday. I don't know if y'all football fans. I hope your team won. I don't even think mine's played today. If they did, they played later, or I think they might play Monday. I'm a Saints fan, so I kind of checked out. I think our record's like 2-8. So I stay in the Dallas area. So for the Dallas fans out here and Saints fans like me, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for Dallas fans. It's not looking too good for Saints fans. I don't know who y'all mess with. But it's a struggle for real. It's a real life struggle in these streets as a Saints fan. I'm at the point now where I think they need to bring back the days of the paper bag. If my audio's going in and out, it's probably because, like I said, I'm trying new software. So just bear with me as I get everything calibrated, per se. trying new things calls for new problems, but you can't fear change, right? But of course, this is going to get quite annoying to me if it keeps shifting because I got to keep checking it, and it's gonna keep messing up my focus and distracting me as it been doing. Shit. So we often see all over social media, everybody's talking about this dating shit, how hard it is out here in this dating market. People are having extreme difficulty finding someone that matches their fly, as they say, right? I personally think people coming at it all wrong. Now, here's my theory on dating in general. That's an OG, 47 years old, been on this planet for a minute. I'm not gonna sit here and do no weird super game coach. You gotta run that game type stuff. We're gonna break it down in a logical, realistic, grown ass man type of way. When you're dating, you're trying to sell yourself. You're trying to sell yourself to the general market that's out there. You the product, the people you want are the consumers. But we all know when you're trying to sell something, a key component of that is marketing. Billions of dollars are spent annually for marketing. People say stuff like, we already know what Coca-Cola is. Why are they spending billions of dollars on commercials? If I like Coke, I'm gonna buy Coke, right? If that was the case, trust me, they wouldn't spend that money. Companies are not about wasting money, right? That's not that. They're not about that life. So it's like it's two things I think people need to add into their dating life, be it in person and especially online dating. And that's concepts and principles from sales and from marketing. Now I'm gonna show y'all some examples of bad marketing and things of that nature as we dive into it. But the thing is about the reason I'm connecting dating to sales and marketing is because, like I said earlier, you have to see yourself as a product. And you have to ask yourself and see the people you want as the consumer. And you got to ask yourself, how do I get this person to buy into me? Of all the products out there, how do I get them to buy this product, which is me? And it's a lot of sales strategies and marketing strategies that can be translated to dating that just might fucking help you. And I'm gonna like put you on that. But of course, before we get to that, you know, I'm gonna talk him some shit, right? So let's talk about it. So, you know, you have stuff out here, right? Going on. People seem angry and lonely a lot these days. And they be saying shit to get people to lean their way. But it's the most egregious shit ever. Prime example. When has saying something mean or talking shit to someone ever really got them to do what you want? For example, just say you broke then. If you ain't got it, just say you broke. Stuff like that. So let me hear me. Someone asking you for something and you say no. And their plan is to shit talk you about it to get it. Calling men broke that don't pay women cell phone bills to get their nails done, it's not a good plan to get men to do that. I mean, has calling a woman a prude ever helped for her to fuck you? Oh, you just an old stiff chick. You just an old prude. You just an old, you lame, you boring. Shit, it don't work. You get more bees with honey than vinegar. Be nice, be sweet, be kind. Sell yourself. Marketing. Presentation. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. And we're gonna break it down, man. We're gonna brainstorm. We're gonna figure things out, right? So one of the first key components of marketing, right, is know your target audience. Know what you want. If you're a man, do you want women? If you're a woman, do you want man? What kind of man do you want? What kind of woman do you want? Do you want someone with a certain level of sophistication? Do you want someone with a certain level of edge? Do you want someone from a certain social economic class? What are you looking for out there in them streets? So while dating, one of the first steps, and this comes from marketing, like I said, I'm connecting marketing yourself in a sexual dating market and selling yourself to the people you want, which is the consumer. And we're going to use marketing and sales tactics and strategies because, believe it or not, a lot of these things are actually fucking transferable. So check it out. We got you got to know your target audience, okay? And in marketing, you got to know who your product is for. So before you come up with your plan, you got to ask yourself, it's like if you're trying to sell a product to women, right? Just say a product. You can't make your commercial about big trucks and football and motorcycles. You have to know your audience. Know your top target audience, who you're attracting. Your target audience is who you're attracting. You got to know who the product is for. So when you're thinking about dating, you'll have better outcomes if you don't just come out there loosey-goosey and praying and spraying, you know? Don't pray and spray. Zone in. Find your specific target audience. You won't waste as much time. You'll limit your stress. You'll limit your stress in dating if you know your target audience. Just like in marketing, you must know who your product is for, right? Because you can't appeal to everyone. Nor should you, right? You can't appeal to everyone, nor should you. That's why you got to know your target audience. You got to know what age range you want, the values that they have, the lifestyle, and the type of relationship. You got to make sure, you got to know, got to make sure those things align before you even get invested, before you even try to market the product, which is you, to them. You got to make sure that those things are already met. One of the main things problems people had with dating is, because this was one of the main solutions, which I always say, fuck with people who fuck with you. Fucking with people who fuck with you will solve a vast majority of people dating problems, right? And that's what this first component of marketing is. Know your target audience. Know who is for you. You can't appeal to everyone, nor should you. You must know who your product is for. You can't be 5'2" and only target dating wise women that are fucking 5'9" and up. Oh my God. You can do what you want. Let me make it clear. You can do what you want. But your chances of success are slimmer because that's not your target audience. It's like trying to sell glitter lotion to men. If your product is scented glitter lotion, women are not your target audience, nor are they going to be your target audience, right? But if you're selling that, men not your target audience. If you're selling glitter scented lotion, men are not your target audience. So you got to know your target audience, and you have to make your marketing strategy based on that target audience. Pretty much, people fail in dating. The vast majority of the times, your unsuccessfulness in dating is because you try to market yourself to the wrong damn audience. You try to market yourself to the wrong audience. A lot of the failures, a lot of the frustrations come simply from that. So know your target audience. Be be what's the word? Be intentional with the people that you choose in your target audience. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. To step away for a second. I gotta check something. I gotta make sure I don't want to be yapping and have this long video in the end and my audio is not right. Like I said, I'm using new software. So I gotta check something real quick. Sorry about that. Just give me a second. Okay, we back. So you gotta know your target audience. And it's kind of like you see failures of this all the time. And even Kevin Samuels himself used to tell people, this is a prime example of know your target audience, right? When Kevin used to tell these women, they used to get up there and list what they want. I want a 6 feet man with a six figures, blah, blah, blah. And then Kevin used to ask them this question: who you said what you want, or why would that man want you? And at that point, they often started stuttering and stammering because they couldn't answer that question because they didn't know their target audience. They're more concerned about what they want than what the consumer wants. I get it. You want that sale, right? But you're not going to get that sale if you can't properly fulfill what the consumer wants and needs. So we're going to lock that in right there. Know your target audience. When marketing yourself in this sexual dating market, because that's what they call it, right? That's what they call it, sexual dating market, if I'm not mistaken. It's called that for a reason. It's a sexual dating market, so you got to market yourself. And one of the key and first components is know your target audience. You cannot get someone to buy into you without having an understanding of them and what they want. Now, if you think otherwise, you're just a selfish, self-centered person, and your outcome's probably going to reflect that. It's like trying to sell a house to someone without asking them what they need in a house. It's like a realtor picking a group of houses for a client and don't know how many kids they have, don't know if they want something in the city or rural, don't know if they like upstairs or downstairs only. You have to know these things before you even present the product to said person, or you could be wasting everybody involved time, right? Oh my God! Wow! So next in this Unc-Ucation we got going on here, you got to clarify your value proposition. And that pretty much means why you. So you know your target audience. That's who you're attracting. You got to know who you're attracting, and you got to know who you want. Now, once you know your target audience, but let me be clear. One of the key components of knowing your target audience involves something that a lot of people suck at these days, and that's being realistic. To know your target audience, for it to work, you got to do a proper assessment of yourself. To know your target audience, you have to do a proper assessment of yourself and where you're sitting in the game, in the streets, in the dating market. You have to be honest with yourself. You can't be on that fake bravado, pumping your own head up. You got to be honest with yourself when you know your target audience. And then once you do that, once you're honest with yourself, then you can know who you're attracting. And because you can't appeal to everyone. So you got to look at yourself and be like, okay, this is the kind of people I would appeal to. Prime example, I'm 47 years old, right? I know my target audience isn't 25-year-old women. Now I can get them because I don't look exactly my age, but I understand I might have to get into my trick bag.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
And I'd rather not do that, right? Well, first of all, let me tell y'all, I'm married, but it's all hypothetical. But I would have to get it. So if older gentlemen, these 25, these younger girls, not y'all target audience. So you might have to do something that you wouldn't have to do with your target audience in order to bag them. And that's spend a little more change, if you know what I'm saying. You did? So we're going to get back to, again, we're blending sales and marketing with dating in the sexual dating market, because really all dating is trying to sell yourself, you the product, the people you want, the consumer, and also it's just marketing. You're marketing yourself, which is you, the product. And people have been sucking at that because they're not thinking about it the right way. So you clarify your value proposition, right? Let's get back to that. Why you, right? You got to clarify. You got to, it's a whole bunch of people in the world. People want to say there's somebody for everybody, but that's just mathematically impossible. I don't think it is, especially if you're heterosexual, right? I don't know if it's more, I think it's more women on this planet than men. It's definitely more women in America than men. And if you're black and you want to date black, it's more black women than black men. And so if you were to take everybody and line everybody up, it'd be some motherfuckers left over. So that there's somebody for everybody shit, just not mathematically accurate. So you're competing. Dating is competition. I just want to add something before we get into this, right? Real quick. Any man or woman that says they're not competing for anybody is a yacht damn ugly ass lie.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
If you're out there dating, you're competing. See, the beautiful thing about competing is that you don't even have to know you're competing. No one don't have to ask for your permission for you to be in competition. People that say, I ain't competing for no man, I ain't competing for no woman, they so arrogant, they act as if they got a say in the matter. Oh my God, you ain't got no say in the matter. A person don't have to ask your permission. Excuse me, John Smith. I was wondering if you would like to compete. No, they just gonna live their motherfucking life. And if you're out there dating, you definitely are competing, even if it's not for another person. See, before this person knew you, they was doing something else with their time. Be it gaming, be it gym, be it hanging with friends, be it hanging with family, whatever. Before they met you, they had a life, they were doing something. And now that you know them and you're trying to get to know them, you are competing with that thing or person or people that they was interacting with before you, because there's only so many hours in the day. So you gotta make it make sense for them to stop doing what they were doing prior to meeting you and take that time and energy and put it into you. Therefore, you're competing regardless if another person, you be competing with a motherfucker hobbies. Straight up. You gonna have to come into their life a new nigga or a new woman and make it make sense for this person to take the time from doing a hobby they love and take that time and mess with you. So that was just a little intermission. When people say I never compete for a man, I never compete for a woman, all that shit, they capping. They straight capping.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
So back to clarify your proposition. So clarify your proposition. In marketing, it means what makes you different. So, you got a lot of products out there. You got a lot of products that are kind of similar. Just like with people. You got 2 arms, 2 legs, you got your sexual organs, you got you got a lot of guys the same height as me, you got a lot of guys the same height as you got a lot of girls, gonna have girls that's got a similar build to you. If you're a woman, you got a big old booty, you ain't got the only big booty in the world.
Make this shit up.
Right?
You can't make this shit up.
If you're pretty, you're not the only pretty woman in the world. Just simple as that. I see pretty women every day. So in this market, in this sexual market, in this competitive market, you're going to have to clarify your value proposition and show what makes you different from the other pretty girls. In marketing terms, that's what clarifying your proposition is. Why you? What makes you different? What makes your product different? I sell shoes, they sell shoes. What makes your shoes different? That's what's clarifying your very proposition is. And it's the same way with dating. He a man, you a man. What makes you different from him? You gotta fucking show that to people. What is your unique value as a partner? What can that person get from you? I'm not gonna say they can't get from no one else, but what can that person get from you that might be somewhat rare, uncommon, or something that you just happen to be the kind of person that give it at a high level? So you got to ask yourself. See, a lot of this marketing principles apply to dating that we're going over tonight. A lot of it requires self-reflection. A lot of it requires being honest to yourself. So to clarify your value proposition, you got to ask yourself, what do I offer emotionally? What lifestyle do I bring? What type of partner am I? And last but not least, what problem do I solve? Because there's some shit that people don't want to accept. If you can't answer why choose me, neither can they. So if you don't have a good, solid answer to these things, why would they? So after you know your target audience, you know who you're attracting, you're not trying to appeal with everyone. Instead of just praying and spraying, you found a target audience that fits well with you and you think fits well with them. Now you're going to clarify your value proposition. Why should they mess with you? What makes you different? What makes you unique from all the other suitors out there? But of course, to do that, like I said, you have to ask yourself honest questions about what you offer, what lifestyle you bring, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Next up, you have to build a strong brand. Again, this is marketing principles applied to dating. I really think people need to practice this. Next up, you build a strong brand. That means identity and consistency. In marketing, a brand is how people feel about the product. In dating, is how people feel about you. Your brand is how you dress, how you communicate, how you carry yourself, your reputation, your boundaries, and your lifestyle. Examples. If you dress goth, you got to, if you're a goth girl, not saying that's all you are, all you have to be, but if you dress like that quite regularly, that's going to be your brand. That's going to give people a certain idea of what you might be about. And we're going to get into that on the next one, which is first impressions matter. Right? But back to build a strong brand. The thing about building a strong brand is you don't have to, you can be you, just be you, and consistency matters, but you can switch it up sometimes if you like. But the key component is that your brand has to be consistent with who you want to attract. Prime example, marketing example. When that one beer company they sell beer. And we know the majority of people drink beer is men. But they did this thing where they tried to be woke. They hired some transgender or something like that influencer and got them to do this kind of weird commercial. And they had some rainbow stuff going on the can. And they lost millions of dollars because of that shit. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it happened. In the middle of light, it was some beer. You know why? Because they switched up the brand and it wasn't consistent anymore with the people that buys their product and they pay for it. They selling beer, so clearly they want to attract men because primarily men drink beer, especially that kind of bullshit. Warren Piss beer, whatever brand that was, I don't even remember, right? But you can't, if you want, let's say you wanted a biker chick or a rock band chick. You can't come in there and pull in a biker chick when you wear Dockers and polo shirts and never rode a motorcycle in your fucking life. That opposite attracts thing isn't as strong as people think. It's just something that fucking sounds good. Straight up. Now, opposites might fuck each other because even if you're opposite, if you're handsome, you're handsome. If you're pretty, you're pretty. If you're sexy, you're sexy. And if you get the juices going on the right night, you might get you a Pound Town section in. But the strategies I'm talking about today is for something a little more realer and solid than that, right? So marketing principles apply to dating. Know your target audience, right? That's where we started at, right? Know your target audience. Clarify your proposition, which pretty much means why you? Why should they fuck with you? You got to make it make sense. And now, build a strong brand. And that's pretty much how you dress, how you communicate, how you carry yourself, etc. You got to make sure that aligns with your target audience. It all has to connect. If the brand you build, how people feel about you, doesn't align with the target audience, there's going to be a problem. Like I said, you can't sell scented glitter lotion to a motorcycle gang.
Oh my God.
It's just not how it works. So the brand identity has to match up with the target audience. So if y'all want a certain type, pretty much, if you want something, if you want a certain kind of person, you got to be what they want.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Like I said at the beginning, people be so focused on about what they want and who they want, they never take in consideration what the other motherfucker want. You have to fulfill what they want in order to get what you want. And that's one of the primary principles of marketing. Listen, people, I'm telling you, if you miss something, go back later and check it out, because it's all going to fucking make sense. You cannot get somebody to buy into your product without understanding what they want and giving them what they want. And if you can't, that's fine. Just move on to someone that you can fulfill that for. Simple as that. Light work, right? Next up, marketing principles applied to dating. This is a crucial one, people. This is a crucial one. Next up, we got first impressions matter. Packaging. In marketing, packaging affects sales. Oh my God. I mean, think about it. When I go buy certain things, if the box look dented up or thrown around, I'll move it around and find one without the dents on it. Even though I know it's probably not damaged, I don't like to buy stuff with a roughed up package. If you are buying something and the package is in has some grit, some grime, or dirt on it, are you gonna buy it? Probably not. So first impressions matters. In this marketing, in this dating applied, in this marketing applied to dating presentation that I'll give you all, marketing, packaging affects sales, period. In dating, your grooming, your clothes, photos on dating apps, and the energy that you present when you're out there in the world moving around, that's all your packaging. So just like when you go in the store, and if you see some products and one of them, the package all banged up, dirty, grimy, got dirty fingerprints on it, etc., and the other package is pristine, we all know in most cases which one people gonna choose. So I don't know what would make people think in this dating market it'll be any different. In marketing, packaging affects sales. That's why people don't try to package their things in disgusting or off-putting colors. Oh my God! You know, stuff like doo-doo brown and baby dookie green and puke color, you know, throw up colored shit. That's not good packaging. That's not good marketing. As soon as you walk in and see it, you're like, ugh, that look gross. I don't want it. And unfortunately, in dating, marketing, and packaging matters. First impressions matter. And when you walk out there, just like that product in the store that's been boxed up all bad, got tape on it, and it's put all together bad, dirty fingerprints, some oil on it, and it looked like somebody drug it through the mud. Again, inside, the product could be 100% fine and perfect and an amazing product, right? Just like you. Inside, you could be an amazing product. But if that packaging ain't right, that grooming, the clothes, the energy, all that, that product ain't gonna sell. The consumer is not going to want it.
Oh my God.
In most cases, not all, but far too many, people decide if they're interested in your ass before they decide to get to know you. Before they decide they want to know you, they decide if they're interested in you. And that's usually based on how you look. And usually that how you look is a first impression. And I'm not saying you can't shake back from a bad first impression, because I've done it before. But you want to avoid having to do it. It'll behoove you just to be as presentable as possible when you're out there, especially trying to find a partner. And the thing about it, why this is all connected, because first impressions matter. Your first impression might not even be a bad first impression, right? But that's where knowing your target audience come into play. Because before you can have a good first impression, you got to know your target audience. Because that impression for your target audience might be wrong, but that same impression might be amazing to another person. That means you just got the wrong target audience. So if your first impression ain't right, if your grooming, clothes, all that stuff ain't working for you, you can either change that, or I would suggest changing your target audience first. Because I take clothes and style and grooming and all that really serious, because it's a big key component of your identity and who you are. And I won't just overly just suggest changing that. It'd be better to change your target audience before you change your overall aesthetic. So if you approach people and your first impression not working, the way you look, your whole presentation, don't go turn from Steve Urkel to Stefan. No, fuck that. That was some corny shit.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Don't do what Nick Cannon character did in Love Don't Cost a Thing, where he tried to change his whole identity and change how he dressed and change how he talk and change how he move and all that. No. Go change your target audience. Find a target audience that best fits you. Next up, in marketing, right? Again, marketing principles applied to dating. This is another marketing principle we're going to apply to dating. Storytelling sells. People buy stories, not products in marketing, right? And what's an example of that? You're trying to sell a house, right? It's a bit older house, but it's a historic house. It's been here since 1968. This lady bought it, and her family lived in it, and only her family for so long. It's kind of like when people selling you cars. A prime example of this shit is the Carfax. All Carfax do is tell the story of that vehicle. How many owners? How many services? How regular were the services? How many accidents? How many miles? Carfax just tell the story of that product. And if that story is a good story, it makes the product more appealing and makes you want to buy said product, right? In dating, a great story shows where you're going in life, what inspires you, your personality, your growth. And if you're on the dating apps and all that shit, a boring story, creates a boring dating profile. So you can tell your story through your bio, through your pictures. Don't get on there doing stuff like this, which my homeboy sent me today. I got all kinds of pictures that I can show you all, that I can tell you all about, because I can't show you about people stuff that my homeboy that's out here dating that he sends me, because he know I be doing these shows. And don't be like this. 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. And this is literally her bio. 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't waste my time if you toxic. And ion, that's the word ion, I-O-N. I think that means I don't. But this is how this person writing. Again, the target audience. Clarify your value proposition, aka why me? Build a strong brand. She's building a brand, all right. First impressions, storytelling. And she's failing at all of this. 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. IG finesse. I'm not going to say the rest of it because I don't want to put her stuff out there. But IG is finesse something. So you got finesse as an IG name. Storytelling sells, right? She's not doing too good. So then it gets argumentative or fussy. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't waste my time if you toxic. And I unlike weirdos. So come here, cuz, COS. I'm your peace. PSA. Do not like me if you don't communicate properly. I undo excuses, so make good choices. This is in the section in the dating app where you're supposed to tell a person about yourself. For the most part, she was just fussing. She was telling you what you can't be and can be and should be. Only thing you know about this person is that they got 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. And all the negative shit that they don't want a part of. Because I unlike this and I unlike that. She's not telling a good story, not telling a desirable story, not telling a story. And that's one of the key components of marketing. People buy stories, not products. People connect with your story. Great stories show where you're going in life, what inspires you, your personality, your growth. Boring stories create boring dating profiles, like I said earlier. And that's literally an excerpt from a young lady's dating profile. Now, if you was on a dating app, let me go back to my saved photos. Screenshot it from my boy. Okay, you go there and you date and then you swipe it and you see this and you reading it. And the first thing you see, 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl, IG finesse, whatever. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't waste my time if you tossing. And I don't like weirdos who come here because I'm your piece. PSA do not like me if you don't communicate properly. Don't tell them. You're already telling him what to do. I don't do excuses, so make good choices. Sound like a head poker to me. Sounds like a certified head poker. And she might be a
5 letters.
1 word.
Bitch!
Maybe, just maybe, possibly. All right. Up next, use social proof. In marketing, testimonials create trust. You know, when they show on a website, they had write-ups and videos of people that they swear not paid actors that have used or experienced a product or service. And they be like, yo, I like this. It works for me. It was amazing. Those kind of things really help in marketing. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't do it. This marketing stuff is so calculated. People would never understand. People would never understand how much stuff they buy, how much stuff they do, and they think it comes straight from their brain and that's 100% their idea, when really that shit was marketing. So marketing uses social proof to get people to buy into the product. And in dating, you can do that too. In marketing, social proofs are testimonials. Like I said, people, consumers and stuff that had said product talking about how amazing it is. In dating, that social proof, it shows that you're normal, liked, respected. That means good friendships, hobbies, being active in your community, you got a positive online presence, and you at events and you got good photos, doing fun things and cool things and all that kind of stuff. You got to have social proof that you are a likable person. That's why I always say, avoid those women that be like, I ain't really got that many friends.
Oh my God.
I only got 1 friend. Now, I'm not saying you got to have 100 friends, 1,000 friends. I ain't saying you got to have 20 friends. I ain't saying you got to be officer friendly. I ain't saying you got to be friends with everybody you meet. What I am saying, though, the kind of close relationships and bonds you have might be a reflection of how you are as a person and how tolerable you are. So just like in marketing uses testimonials to create trust, i.e. other consumers making videos and doing write-ups and just being like, yo, I use, kind of like, I'm not just in the hair club for men. I'm also, I use such and such hair growing cream and it took my hair from bald spot to this. Look, those testimonials build trust. And in dating, social proof shows that you're normal. So you got to have good friendships, good, healthy, long-lasting friendships. It's a good display and good social proof that you just might not be a shitty person, right? Good, healthy, long, 5, 10, 15-year friendships is a good social proof that you might not be a complete piece of shit. Right?
Nice.
Good, clean, healthy hobbies. being active in your community is always a plus. You know, helping out at the youth center, helping with the homeless, helping clean up the park. All that shit builds trust and just shows good character. So yeah, in marketing, testimonials build trust. And in dating, your testimonials is going to be the people around you, the photos of you doing things, the hobbies you do, your online presence. I talk the kind of shit I talk because I'm married and I don't give a fuck. I have my forever person. But men, if you one of those men that's talking gender stuff on your IG and you out there trying to date, don't share your IG with women. Even if what you said is true, and I agree with you, it don't matter. You have to know your target audience. Right? Now, if you standing 10 toes down on that shit, fuck it, keep it up. Keep it up. But understand it might limit your outcomes. Same thing for women. If you on your IG, oh man, this, man, that, I can't stand, man, or you all talking about men are broke and I'm not doing Cheesecake Factory and all that shit. You got to clean up that social media shit when you're out here dating. So yeah, positive online presence is a key component in social proof. Because in a lot of cases, when you meet somebody, they ask for your IG. A lot of people think they just trying to look for your pictures and see what you look like and see more of your body, etc. But that ain't true. Men have gotten smarter. They would go through your IG, not just to check you out, but to see how you living, to see the kind of shit you posting. They want to see if you were pee popping on the handstand in the club. They want to see if you was saying some of that old weird ass, I ain't going, if you're not 100% provider, you're not a real man, weird shit and all that. So you when you're out here, social proof is important. So clean your shit up, people. Clean your shit up, right? Testimonials. Every product needs word of mouth, someone saying something good about it, something seen good about it. And it's the same thing with you. It got to look good. It got to look good socially. Next up, in this, marketing principles applied to dating. That's what we're doing here. It's a dating market. You got sexual market value. You're trying to market yourself. You're marketing yourself to the people you want. And that's why these marketing things apply. You got to know how to generate leads. What does that mean? In marketing, that means do a follow-up. Follow-up closes the deal. That's pretty much once you had your little talk, try to push your product, marketing, you might have to make that call. You might have to, hey, how's it going? What do you think? How's your day been? So what do you think about the product? It works for you, right? It's outstanding, huh? You have to close the deal. In dating, that's texting. 5, being flirty, having good energy. All that's part of the follow-up. You can't just meet somebody and introduce yourself and do your thing and then just fall back like you the sexiest person in the world and they supposed to just apply all the pressure. Now, men, we are outstanding at, in most cases, men are outstanding at this part, which is generate the leads. So I was reading the wrong one. We all standing at generating the leads. Put yourself where your audience is. That's what generating leads is. Put yourself where the audience is. We all standing at that. You must be visible to the right people. You must go where the compatible people are. So if you want fit girls, go to the gym, go to the part where people run, join one of those run groups. You want girls that's in video games and stuff, go to arcades, go to comic book conventions, gaming conventions, etc. You want girls that's all about the culture, you know, pro-black, blah, 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 whatever, go to cultural events. To generate leads, you got to put yourself where the audience is. You got to make your product visible to the right people. You can't be selling big ass, thick, insulated jackets in South Texas. Not saying it don't get cold in Texas, but the winters are not that cold and they're very short. Now those same jackets will sell way better up north, but that goes back to know your target audience, right? And you got to know how to generate leads. And generating leads is put yourself where your audience is. And like I said, in marketing, you must be visible to the right people. That's what that means. Your product has to be visible to the right people. In dating, you that product. You must go where the compatible people are. But to know what the compatible people are for you, you have to know your audience. You have to know your audience. If you love alternative music and things like that, going to a hip hop club might not work for you. If you love EDM, going to an urban hip hop club might not be your shit.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
And this might sound basic as fuck, but it be people out there really dating that. It's people out here trying to catch fish in a swimming pool.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
If you don't take your goofy ass to a lake or a pond somewhere with some motherfucking fish in it, what are we talking about here? And I read one of these out of order. I got all this stuff prepped and shit. So I read the one out of order, but I went back and fixed it. But yeah, when I was reading Know How to Generate Leads, I was reading the stuff of the next one, which is Learn to Follow Up. And I was trying to figure out why it didn't make sense. But we on the right one now, which is Generate Leads, which is put yourself where the audience is. My audience is meaning the people for you. The people that fits what you want. You got to find out, like I said, go to gyms, networking events, interest groups, cultural events, classes, social circles. You gotta change that up. Because if you don't know where the leads are, because in marketing, if you don't know where the leads are in dating, your dating pool is gonna be empty. If you can't make yourself visible to the right people, if you can't make your product being you visible to people that give a fuck about it, Being visible ain't enough. It has to be visible to people that want it. Straight up. Or it's or the product's not gonna get bought. No one's gonna fuck with it. No one's gonna fuck with it. I'm not going into a neighborhood full of vegans trying to sell barbecue ribs. No, I'm gonna take them shits over there where my brothers and sisters stay, pull up my truck with the pit drive behind it, get that smoke going. They gonna start smelling that shit and drifting their asses over there, licking their fucking lips, ready to motherfucking partake in the product. Straight up. Straight up. I'm not gonna go outside of what's the Muslim church, the mosque or some shit, and try to sell pork chops. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to a Muslim neighborhood and selling motherfucking bacon sandwiches. So yeah, gotta make your product visible to the right people, not the wrong people. But to do that, you gotta know your target audience. Now, after you've done that, you learn follow up and engagement, which is the one I read earlier. Go back to it. Follow up closes the deal. You done did all this other stuff, right? Follow up closes the deal. You have to keep the communication going. You got to keep the communication up. Now, let's be clear. Never do one-sided communication. Don't do once. I don't care how much.
I kill boom boom.
I don't care how much you like her boom boom. Okay?
I kill boom boom.
Don't over pursue. Don't over pursue. Don't be double texting. Don't be triple texting. But, you know, you want to do follow-ups. You want to do follow-ups. You want to do engagement. Because follow-ups do close the deal. So you want to text. You want to be flirty. You want to keep your energy positive. You know. You want to be fun, but not needy. You feel me? Be fun. Show interest. Show that you want to see them again, hang again, etc. But don't come off as needy.
Emotional damage.
That rally fucking ends well, right? So be fun, not needy. You gotta give them space. You have to give them space. I know when y'all meet new people and they so fucking pretty and fine and whatever and fun and the date was outstanding and you just want to get close and you want more of them and you want to get to know them and all about them because you're like, oh my God, I think I found it. I think I found my target audience. You know what I'm saying? I found my target audience and I want to show them what makes me different. I want to clarify my proposition. I'm trying, you know, so you want to do all that. But just stay focused, stay calm, take a deep breath, and give them space and just keep it to a certain level because you don't want to run them away. That goes to the next thing. You got to build momentum. Let it happen naturally. You start at a crawl, you get to a walk, you get to a run, you get them draws. GTD. GTD, baby. Get them draws. Straight up.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
So you got to build a momentum. You got to work it up to a certain point. When you're learning, when you're doing your follow up, you gotta fucking let it just build a momentum. Don't press too hard. Don't apply too much pressure, or you're gonna run the chick away. Use interesting questions. Show emotional intelligence, but not their version of emotional intelligence. Use the real definition of emotional intelligence. If you don't know it, look it up. Because often the women's version of emotional intelligence is to, when they do some shit you don't like, say some shit you don't like, or get emotional in a certain way, you're supposed to not react to it and let it slide. It's just like pretty much that weird stoic shit that they try to force on us. That's not emotional intelligence. Being emotional intelligent don't mean you have to accept anything from anybody and justify their emotions. But that's what it's been used as and weaponized. But we're not going to get into all that. Just look up the real definition of emotional intelligence and use that one. And don't let anybody define it for you. I'm not even going to try to define it for you. Look it up yourself, because it's not what's suggested when it's said online. So up next we got optimize your funnel. And you're probably like, what the fuck does that mean, right? What the fuck?
What the hell?
Well, in marketing, right? Because again, we're taking marketing concepts and transfer it to dating because you're marketing yourself. In marketing, optimize your funnels. It's like it's a flow of things. You know, awareness. They're aware of your product. Awareness leads to interest. Interest leads to consideration. Consideration leads to conversion. And conversion goes to retention. As in they got it. So you gotta optimize this flow of the process to get your best outcome. In dating, the funnel is they notice you, want to talk, want to meet, want to see you again, and want to invest. And that invest could be relationships, poom, both, or whatever. So and it's like most people, when they're trying to get to know somebody, trying to date, it crumbles and it falls apart, and people be like, we just fell off, or you just lose contact. Often that happens because you didn't optimize your funnel. You didn't properly do the steps, and you skip something, you didn't do enough of something, or something like that. And it doesn't go smoothly, it gets janky. Think about when you're driving a car and it's a manual car, stick shift, and you're going to the next gears. can you can shift the gears, and some people do it smoothly in the transition, like some people might stutter on one, glitch on one, they get janky. I've rode in cars where some people was just learning how to drive stick and the transition wasn't properly. But again, they notice you notice them, you want to talk, you want to meet, want to see again, want to invest. Let it just flow like that. Often that happens automatically if you just let things happen naturally. In most cases, when you fuck up your funnel, it's because you got eager. You got excited. You tried to do too much, right? You tried to do too much. You were doing too much. And I get it sometimes, new people, things get excited, you want said person, and things of that nature. So that often happens. And it happens to the best of us. But it doesn't behoove you to be like that to get the desired outcomes, okay? So you got to optimize your funnel. You got to make sure the flow of the relationship flows properly in a good pattern. You don't want to skip nothing. You don't want to sit in certain spots too long. You don't want to sit in certain spots too long, but you don't want to get out of certain spots too fast either. So it might take some practice, some balance. It's not going to be the same rhythm of pace from person to person, relationship to relationship. That's why it's extremely important that you know your target audience. As you see, I keep coming back to this component of marketing and dating because, and you ain't heard the last of it either, because it's like, honestly, one of the most crucial components, right? You can do everything else 100% right, but if you came at the wrong target audience, it's not going to work. You can have the best product in the world. You can make amazing commercials. You can have an outstanding marketing plan. Sorry. Where's she at? I'm on this new software, but I got her still here. Shit.
Once a ton of pine. Once a ton.
So you can have the best product in the world, but if you present it to the wrong target audience, your sales ain't going to be shit. They're not going to be shit. It's the same way with dating. You could be an outstanding, you could be a super nigga. But if you you identify the wrong target audience, your success rate ain't gonna match up with what you got going on or what you have to offer. Last but not least, in this conversion of marketing principles to dating principles, is always improve the product. Updates, baby. Updates. For all the gamers, especially PC gamers, it's always getting bugs fixed. It's always being updates. The product is always being improved. And one of the reasons is do that because the client or the customer is going to love it. And it's always other products getting offered on the market. And if you don't want the consumer to go test out another product, you got to make sure that your product is up to par, is equal, if not better, than all products on the market. Therefore, you can't get comfortable, you can't get stagnant. And all this, and everything I said today, let's make it clear. This shit is gender neutral as fuck. Gender neutral as fuck. So in marketing, always improve the product. You upgrade the product to stay competitive. That's what you do. You have to upgrade your product to stay competitive. And in dating, same thing. The more you level up, the less you have to sell yourself. So you got to upgrade your health, your finances, your communication, your emotional intelligence. Again, not the female definition, the real definition. Fashion, social skills, confidence, career, and your boundaries, which is crucial. A well-developed person is a self-marketing machine. I've been saying it so much that I'm gonna go ahead and give the definition. Emotional intelligence is the ability to perceive, understand, and manage one's own emotions in relationships. In the female world, emotional intelligence is to perceive, understand, and manage their emotions in emotional outbursts. Remember that. We're gonna run that back. I don't think I can just properly glaze by that. That's a key component. Emotional intelligence, because it keep coming up. It keep coming back up as I'm going through this presentation, right? So we got to address this. Emotional intelligence is the ability to perceive, understand, and manage one's own, i.e., your emotions in relationships. But some kind of way, women have made emotional intelligence about them. Their definition usually means perceive, understand, and manage their emotions when their emotions are irregular. Pretty much when they going through some emotional turmoil, if you can't react right and sort that out, you don't have emotional intelligence. Or if you react to their emotional outbursts in a way that they don't like, you don't have emotional intelligence. Even though the way you reacted works perfectly fine for you. You know what I'm saying? It works perfectly fine for you. But on to the next component of this presentation, right? But before we do that though, something I've been up here an hour and a half and I ain't even said this. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. It doesn't cost you a penny, a nickel, or a dime, and it's 100% free. But if you want to support the channel, the cash app's right there, $sign Streaming. It's a Ko-Fi link. I ain't even got it attached to the YouTube yet. I might put it up, I might not. Nobody don't donate anyway. I wish you would, because it'd be greatly appreciated. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it up there for the rest of the video, because you gotta keep hope alive, right? Keep hope alive, right? You never know, man. Somebody might see value in me one day on YouTube, because people definitely see value in me in real life every day. But somebody might see value in me one day on YouTube and help a brother out. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. It doesn't cost you a penny, a nickel, or a dime, and it's 100% free. It helps the channel the most. But if you want to support financially, it's a cash out right there, $Unc Streaming. Any donation from $1 on up would be greatly appreciated. Go directly into funding the channel with the various apps and software that I utilize to give you the content that I'm presenting today. If you want to super chat or donate, you also got a link I'm about to pin to the top. You can use that link. It's very user-friendly link. You use PayPal or a credit or a debit card. It's not a scam, not a hustle. It's an official link. It's pinned up top. And yeah, anything would be greatly appreciated. But if you don't want to do it, can't afford to do it, whatever, the like, subscribe, to comment, and share is 100% free. It doesn't cost you a doggone dime. With that said, we're gonna get to the next component of the show. We actually see some Unc-Ucation, all the sales and marketing while dating, right? We don't went over the marketing part, and we're gonna do a quick summary of that. Just like in marketing, you are the product, the people you want to be with, the consumers, and it's vice versa for them. They the product, and the people they want to be with, the consumer. And you got to use strategies and present your product properly to get said consumer to buy into it. Like I say, just like you got two products, one's in a perfect box and the other box got dents in it and dirt and grime on it. 9 times out of 10, which product you're gonna get? That's a component of marketing. Knowing the target audience is one of the most important things. You can't sell scented glitter lotion to a biker gang. Your audience for scented glitter lotion is probably gonna be female. So you got to find your audience and get your product out. But we're gonna get to that, because that stuff probably gonna come back to us in sales. So let's get to, we did the marketing and the sales. It might be some bit of a crossover, because marketing and sales are like first cousins. So sales principles explained as dating skills, right? Sales principles explained as dating skills. See, you're gonna see some rehashing. First impressions are your packaging. In sales, people judge a product before they ever try it. You ever had somebody walk out with some food or show you some food and somebody be like, I ain't eating that shit? And you be like, why? They say, it looks nasty. I know some people don't like their food thrown across the plate a certain way. Believe it or not. Plating is an art form if you ever watch any cooking shows. Plating and presentation just makes the food look better. Even the color of some stuff. Color is important to food. That's why they put that red dye that's not really good for us in hot dogs, because real hot dogs are this weird white or gray color that don't look that appealing. Put that little pink tinge to it, shit's look yummy now. So yeah, first impressions are your packaging. People judge a product before they even try it. If something rolls out, just don't look right, it's not even going to get a chance. In dating, that's for sales. In dating, it don't change that much. Your appearance, your vibe, your profile pics, your energy, all that shit, your packaging. So you got to be clean, polished, confident, intentional. Now let me make it clear. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be comparing yourself to a bunch of other people and fall into comparison syndrome and all that shit, whatever. You just have to be the best version of you. Okay? You just have to be the best version of you. Because that's all you can do. All you can be is the best you can fucking be.
Oh my God! Wow!
Right? Often, first impressions decide if someone wants to learn more about you. And that's a key component in sales. First impression is your packaging. When people are pushing out a new product, they have teams of people who design the packaging, the box, or the bag that the product gonna be in. And they using science. They talking with psychologists. They using color theory and all those kind of things to make the packaging as appealing as possible. To when somebody see it, they walk over to it like, ooh, what's these? Sales. Apply that to yourself. Next up, again, we're going to see some somewhat repeat themes, but they're slightly different. But again, sales and marketing are first cousins, and that's why I combine them together. But we're going to go through the sales a lot faster. And after that, we're going to get to some examples of people doing terrible sales and marketing out here in the dating world. So in sales, know your value. The proposition. Why you? In sales, every product has a main benefit, whatever that might be. Every product has a main benefit. And when they're trying to sell their product, they make sure that the consumer is highly aware of that main benefit. Not saying that's the only benefit. It might have multiple benefits, but that main benefit, i.e. the selling point, you have to make sure the consumer understands that you deliver the fuck out of that. In the same way with dating, you need to know your core strength. You need to know your main benefit. Know your core strength. Is it humor, ambition, emotional stability, leadership, kindness, vision, loyalty? If you can't show your main benefit, the buyer, i.e. the person you want to date, they not gonna fucking want to fuck with you. They not gonna see it either. Back to this one, you can't get away from it, right? Understand your target market. In sales, not everyone is your customer. I explained this one so many times, I'm not even gonna run it down. In dating, not everyone's your type. So in sales, not everyone your customer. In dating, not everyone your type. That's why in certain environments, certain sales, if a man and a woman walk in, depending on what store you in, the salesman gonna zone in on the woman or zone in on the man, because depending on the product or the kind of store, you know which person is the target audience. And go, if you're in a makeup store, you walk to the husband, you walk to the wife and not the husband. If you're in a fucking Home Depot or some shit, you walk to the husband, not the wife. Simple as that. Know your target audience. Understand your target market. Suggest said product to the right people. You gotta stop trying to attract everybody, man. Identify who's actually compatible with you. You know, compatible with your personality, the shit you want out of life, and your goals. If you do that, it eliminates rejection, increases success. Pretty much, this is just a fancy way of telling you fuck with people who fuck with you. Straight up. When you do that, it just eliminates rejection, lowers rejection greatly, and increases success. Man, what we got going on around here? Around here. Lead with benefits, not features. In sales, people buy benefits, not specs. You know how computers and different products got the little spec spot on it? Most people don't really read that shit, nor do they understand that shit. When I buy, I wish I understood specs on some certain equipment, but I just don't. I always got to get somebody to break the specs down and just tell me, what can this computer, I need the benefits. Like, can this laptop play next generation PC games? Yes, it can, sir. Let me get it then. I don't need you tell me about the Intel Core 15, the GeForce RTX 24598, and the two-way AI noise cancellation, second SSD slot, dual blade fans, all this kind of spec shit. I want to know, can it play next gen high level motherfucking games. Yeah, bet. That's the benefit. In sales, people buy benefits, not specs. They don't want to hear that shit. In dating, it's the same way. Don't just list traits. I'm funny, hardworking, Lord. You gotta get a little more. You gotta get them to understand. You gotta get them to see. Don't just be like, I'm loyal. Let her know. Let him know. Say something. You don't have to say this exact shit, but you would always feel safe and prioritize with me. You'll always feel safe and prioritize with me. You'll always feel safe and comfortable and number one with me. Being with me means growth, stability, and progress. I'm a man and I'm about my business. I'm always trying to move forward. You got to translate your qualities into emotional benefits. You can't just say, I'm loyal. Okay, and you can't just say, I'm ambitious. Use your words. Use your vocabulary. Lock it in. Lock it in. MS Best said, he's like, laugh out loud. These specs I read a lot. These specs decide if I buy. And for people that understand the computer specs I was talking about, probably so. But a lot of people don't understand those. But they do understand yay or nay, will it play new age, next generation, high level, high graphic demanding games? And does it have a high storage capacity? A lot, yeah. If you tell them that, the specs is there, a lot of people just don't understand. It's like another language to people. Next up, we got in this converting sales strategies and tactics to dating. Build rapport before closing. In sales, that means warm the lead before asking for the sale. That's why salesmen often be friendly. They ask you, do you like sports? They ask you, do you got family? They just be sociable. It's basic social skills, but you'll think people get that, but you'll be surprised how many people don't have basic social skills. So building rapport before the closing is pretty much just talking to a person a little bit before you ask them for something. Like fuck. Just get to know the person, talk to them. And dating is the same way. You gotta build connection before asking for exclusivity, intimacy, or commitment. Don't jump steps. A lot of dates fail because people want relationship results without relationship rapport. So it is the same way with sales. Like you coming in thirsty, you coming in too hot. Like I say, you get more flies, you get more bees with honey than vinegar. You're gonna get the sale. Just build a rapport before you closing. Warm the person up, warm up the lead before asking for the sale. Smile, talk, small talk. You ain't gotta go all straight to business when you're trying to get this sale. Sometimes it comes off as predatory or just too thirsty. And it can be extremely off-putting. In sales, this is a key component. And in dating, it's a key component because that's what we're doing right now. Sales principle, explain his dating skills. Handle objections smoothly. This one right here is self-explanatory in sales and in dating. In sales, a skilled salesperson explain, reassure, and clarify. If there are any objections, right? You're trying to sell them something, and they kind of like, I don't really know. They kind of hesitant. Explain a little more about it. Reassure them that your product is outstanding and very affordable. And if there's anything that needs to be clarified, clarify. And then it's the same way in dating. When they ask you, why are you single? What happened to your last relationship? What are you looking for? You know, just answer calmly, man. Calmly, answer with confidence. Don't be defensive. Don't make any excuses. Don't be desperate. And please, 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 don't trauma dump.
Emotional damage.
Nothing drives the poom poom up more than unsolicited trauma dumping. This one right here, super crucial. Don't oversell. Create demand. In sales, desperations kill the deal. Nothing annoys me more than when I walk into a place and the salespeople be like, and they just come running toward me, they swarm up on me. I hate going to places where the people that work there, you can tell that their income is commission. Well, they get no hourly pay. It's all commission. If they don't sell, they don't eat. I remember one time I used to work at a warehouse. I was a warehouse manager at a little place called the Towel Shop. And inside the store, they had sales clerks, right? I had a salary.
Oh my God.
So I was good. Theirs off all commission. Now, my salary was set. I wasn't getting a penny or nickel more. But how much they made was limitless. Just based on how many sales you get, how much you get. And that was the pros of it. The cons was if nobody don't want to buy the shit, no customers come, they was always frantic, like, fuck, I ain't gonna be able to pay my rent this month type shit. That's why I would never sell or believe in sales jobs. But I used to watch from the end of the pay period, the end of the month, the end of the sales period, whatever. I used to smell and see and witness the stress and desperation on these people. So yeah, don't oversell. You got to create demand. Desperation kills the deal in sales. When people come in desperate, it's off-putting. You be like, can you bring me another customer service rep? This fucking guy winked, he fucking speaking, right? It's the same way with dating. When you try too hard to convince someone to like you, they stop wanting you. You done overplayed your stroke, broski. You done overplayed your fucking stroke. You gotta find a balance. You want the person to know you're interested, but you gotta hold back, be reasonable, calm down, breathe, read the fucking room. If not, shit can and most likely will get weird. And in order to make sure that this works, you gotta show confidence. You gotta set boundaries. You gotta leave a little room for curiosity. Like, what is this person doing? I ain't talked to this person at such and such time. It's just the nature of humans that people value and desire more things they have to earn. People that are giving things just quick without earning it, they usually don't value it. If you're a little rich trust fund baby who was given a new car when you graduated, you're not going to take good care of it as a person that had to work their whole junior and senior year to buy said car. Because they earned it. I ain't saying play hard to get, but you should have other shit going on. You should be busy. You should have a life outside said person to where they see that if you don't value your own time, no one's going to see your time as valuable. And again, desperation kills the deal and sells. If you're trying super hard to sell something, that might mean that nobody else is buying it. Good products don't collect dust. If the person is desperate to sell, that means they having a problem selling. Therefore, you got to ask yourself, why are you having such a problem selling? What's up? It's the same way with dating. And to add on to that, right? This adds on to that concept. Again, we're taking sales principles and explain them as dating skills, because I think if people utilize this concept, they will have way better outcomes. Follow up. You got to follow up, but not like a pesky sales rep. They can get annoying. In sales, an effective follow-up is consistent, but not clingy. I have some weird telemarketing people that just won't. They want catch on. Every time they call me, if I don't send it straight to voicemail when I answer it, and it's somebody that I can tell I don't know, I immediately hang up. I want to do this to their ass.
Fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Knock the fuck up. I knock the fuck out you.
Damn, man.
Hey.
That's how I want to talk to them. Because they be blowing my shit up. That's why I never keep my ringer on. Because I realize if I have my ringer on, they will wake me up at any goddamn time of the day. Because I be up all night and sleeping in the day. And they'll be calling me at 7, 8, 9 in the morning and shit, fucking up all my shit. And I'm one of those people, if I get woke up, I don't care if I got 1 hour of sleep or 5. If I wake up, I'm fucking up. Yo, it's hard as fuck to go back to sleep. So yeah, you follow up, man, but just be consistent, but not clingy. But at the same time, it's even a limit to that. We're gonna get into that later. But now when you're talking about the sales part, we go to the dating. In dating, text back, make plans, show interest, but you can't blow their phone up like a fucking telemarketer. You gotta have a balance. A good, healthy balance of follow-up equals to a good, healthy balance of attraction. You don't want to come out as desperate. You don't want to come out as thirsty. Plus, you don't want to taste a motherfucker. That's what we finna get into now. One of the key fucking ingredients. One of the key ingredients and most important things that I said today, outside of know your audience. Know your audience is the most important thing, and this is the second most important. Know when to walk away.
Can't stop. Won't stop. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow.
You have to know when to hold up. Know when to fold up. Know when to walk away. Listen, in sales, not all customers are worth the effort. Okay? Simple as that. That's the sales. Not all customers are worth the effort. You trying to land this customer and you just putting in work, and this motherfucker wasn't even gonna buy that much shit.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
You working hella hard for a low value sale. You could have took that time and sold 10 more things to some other people. You got to know when to walk away. And it's the same with dating. It's just some people just simply going to be emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, not attracted to you, and not aligned with your goals. Walking away creates self-respect and frees you up. It frees up your time to close better deals. If you, like I said, if every time you text somebody, they text you back 2 days later, 3 days later. If you got a double text or even, oh my God, triple text, if you triple texted the motherfucker, it's already over.
Emotional damage.
If I text a motherfucker good morning and I don't ever get a reply, never text him again. That's what I suggest. You leave any text with a question mark on the end. You shouldn't text that person until they reply to your question. Gotta know when to walk away. You just got to. And last but not least, we got a bonus. The ultimate sales rule. When you connecting sales principles to dating. It's a bonus one. Don't sell what you can't deliver. In sales, overpromising and under-delivering destroys reputation. I had that happen several times. We all been through that. We trying to buy a product and the salesman being there telling you everything you want to hear and saying all this stuff. We get this, we got I can get you 5-year warranty and blah blah blah. They're just saying shit. But when it come time to at that cash register, none of that shit is true. Or it ain't like what they said. Yeah, like, yo, this is bullshit. Or like, yeah, you buy this car, we got you you get oil changes free for 3 years, you get this, you get this, you get that. But when you go up there to get the stuff, it's all kinds of loopholes and bullshit that won't let you get it. I'm telling you, sales over promising and under delivering destroys your reputation. Once a salesman makes some promises when I'm getting a product and they don't fall through, I never go to that establishment again. The same way with dating. Pretending to be someone you're not destroys relationships. Be real, be consistent, deliver. You don't have to pretend to be someone. You don't have to pretend to be someone at all. If you know your target audience. You got to know your target audience. If you love gaming, if you love cosplaying, and that's your thing, and that's your crowd, if you don't have an athletic bone in your body, you might not want to pursue chicks that play soccer and basketball and all that kind of stuff. If you don't like the outdoors at all, and you scared of spiders, and you don't like dust, you can't pursue chicks that love hiking and love camping and love fishing and all kinds of other outdoorsy shit. Well, you can. You can do all of that. But it's probably going to limit the success rate of your outcomes. Okay? The success rates of your outcomes. Sorry. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. It doesn't cost you a penny, a nickel, or a dime. It's 100% free. It helps the channel the most. But if you want to support the channel financially, cash outs right down there. $ Unc-B streaming. Anything from $1 on up would be greatly appreciated. Go directly to funding the channel. A little appreciation leads to dedication, leads to motivation. Also, if you want to super chat and get your chat shown on the screen and read out loud, it's a link pinned up top to do that and donate if you like. Again, anything be greatly appreciated. If you ain't got it, don't want to, whatever. I know the holidays coming up. But like, subscribe, to comment, and sharing is 100% free. Don't cost you nothing. Also, I haven't said it, but shout out to the replay gang. Y'all ain't forgotten. I remember y'all. I just started this show so fast because I was having technical difficulties and I wanted to get on to it. But yeah, for the replay gang, the Cash App and the Ko-fi, it's to donate. It's KOFI. It's in my About Me part on my YouTube. All of that stuff is definitely open 24/7. $ Unc-B streaming is open 24/7 for any support or donation. And again, it would be greatly appreciated and go directly into funding the various apps and software and things of that nature that I utilize to craft and create my content. This stream didn't go as well as I planned. I'm just gonna say it straight up. I didn't have that many people watching me. I'm pretty sure it's some other more interesting things, I guess, going on YouTube. And not enough chaos over here. But again, when the replay gang, support to the people that came in and out, Support to MS Best. He always here with his support. Shout out to the replay game when y'all come through. Get your boy numbers up. I was gonna continue on and do some other stuff, but again, you know, I have other things I can do, and when like the support ain't there, I just move on. I'm not quitting YouTube and no shit, but you know, like, thanks for the people that's come in the replay game. But Unc just finna get on up out of here because you know I be struggle streaming and shit. So,
To the stream where the grind never quits. Struggle streamers, you stacking up tips. Mic check, lights up, we build up our fits. Together we rise, no more solo scripts. Started from a blank screen, 0 on the board. Hustling through the night for the audience reward. Courses on the daily, coaching every move.
Type shit.
Stop playing with me, Drake. DJ K.